Hey guys, this is Social Fire, and today I am back with the Infinite Dragon Ball History Broly event. So today I am testing my full LR Kamehameha team, and I was actually really excited to do this, mainly because most of these units are newer for me. So I believe like 4 of these I just picked up recently in Awakened, so, and Gobras I haven't had much longer than that. So if you guys have been watching my recent summons, we have Strength LR Gogeta on here. We have Tech LR Vegeta, which they have been a lot of fun to run. I'm still testing them out and kind of getting used to them, but they have been so much fun. I have LR Gobros on here. I have Int LR Vegito, who I'm pretty sure is the only unit on this team that has a dupe. Everybody else is completely no dupes. We have AGL LR Gohan, who again is newer for me because I couldn't pull him last year. And let's take a look at who else. We also have Physical LR Gogeta, who I didn't have either. I could not pull him for so long, and I actually pulled him during this anniversary. So like I said, a lot of the units on this team were newer for me, so I just wanted to jump right into it and test it out on one of the harder events and see if I could actually clear this, because this is one that I had not been able to clear before. I tried a few times and just hadn't quite gotten through it, but I was finally able to do it with this team. So it's definitely not the smoothest run as you're going to see, but we made it work. And like I said, I had a lot of fun with this team. So the biggest issue I do find with it though is that they do kind of fight for ki at times, like getting enough ki, but overall it worked pretty well. So on the first part, let's see, we have the Int Broly. So this one was fairly easy. I mean, it did take my HP down quite a bit. And the downside being this event, we really don't have too many items to bring along, so I was really trying to stagger that out. So got through this part, not too hard. So the second part, we're getting into Strength Super Saiyan God Vegeta. And here you start getting into like immune and such, so he's immune to stunning, and he's immune to super attack ceiling. And it's so fun. It's so funny because as I was recording this, I was talking with Jinro, and you get so nervous when you keep going into these longer events and you're just trying to get through to the end. And I was like, wait, who's next? Who's next? When am I gonna be done with this? So it was definitely tough, but I mean, I was really excited to finally be able to complete this. I gotta say though, AGL LR Gohan, he really helps out with this. No dupes, he's still amazing. I mean, he is amazing tank. He stacks defense, and that really saved me a lot of times. I had also had a friend lead AGL LR Gohan, and they just really carried me through a lot of this, to be honest. I mean, raises defense with his super attacks. I mean, he stacks defense, of course. It was a huge help. So if you have him, he's a great option for this. I really enjoyed seeing the transformations here. We got them back to back too, which was nice. These two though, LR Gogeta and LR Vegito, the newer ones, are 2 of my favorite units now. I just love them, like animation, super attacks, fun to play. They are easily 2 of my favorites now. Now right here, I realized I probably should have moved Gohan to the front. Like I said, you're still getting used to a few of these units, so there were times where I kind of caught myself making these mistakes, and I do plan on playing it through another time and seeing if I can get like a smoother run and kind of correct some of those errors that I made. Vegito here, he's definitely one of my favorites. He's a lot of fun to run too because, I mean, he's got the additional supers which always come in clutch. I mean, a lot of Vegito units have that. The chance to evade when he's the 3rd attacker in a slot can also be pretty helpful too. And they transformed early on, so I was able to pretty much enjoy that the rest of the playthrough as well. Now, another thing I did try to hold off on any like active skills until the very end. Like, I waited as long as possible to use any of those as well, because I was just trying to get through and then nuke them down toward the end. Alright, so finally got through Strength Super Saiyan God Vegeta, and we get into Wrathful Broly. So we have AGL Broly here. And I noticed it was, you know, still tough, but we were doing alright. Like half a health bar. Like I said, still trying to hold on to items and really get through it at this point. Because this guy, he's immune to stunning, he's immune to super attack ceiling, he's immune to attack lowering, and he locks character switching, which God, I really hated getting into the points where he did that because I think it repeats again on Physical Broly later. It's so annoying. So that can definitely mess up rotations, which I'm still getting used to them, so I kind of messed them up on my own a few times. But nevertheless, it's very annoying to run into. And then these additionals, that's one thing I love about Vegito. I did get several additionals out of Vegeta as well, but this guy's easily one of my favorites now. And another thing that's really exciting for me about this whole team in general is this is pretty much the first time I've ever been able to run like a full LR team, so it's kind of a big deal for me. I mean, a lot of people are still building their deck too, will understand. I did have to use an item here. I was getting nervous. I'm like, okay, I'm getting kind of low. I do have 2 Gohans on this rotation to tank this, but I was still kind of nervous, so I went ahead and used it at this point just to be on the safe side. I mean, I'm looking back on it, I might have waited, but I think they could have handled the damage at this point. I mean, it was insane toward the end too, because he was literally taking almost no damage at the end. So he's getting supered on right here. We have, is this my Gohan, friend Gohan? It was 651. That's a friend Gohan who is at 90%. So that friendly did have a few dupes with him. Hopefully I'll eventually get some for mine. I mean, I could buy one with the red coins, but I'm trying to hold off on that for now. Yeah, as I was saying, this is a big deal for me because it's my first like full LR team, and like a fluid one that can actually work decently together. Alright, so we have both fusions here, we have Gogeta and Vegito on this rotation. Like I said, I'm holding on to the active skills here. And LR in Vegito here, he's one that I did get pretty early on when I was playing. And he's helped me in so many events, so I really do have a soft spot for him because there's so many that he's helped me. Because he can tank well, he hits hard, and then that fusion when in LR Vegito fuses and recovers HP has saved me I can't tell you how many times, and as you'll see later on in the video, it definitely helps me out as well. Also, physical LR Gogeta does that too, so that was nice to have that option with both of them too. Which I thought that would happen much earlier on. It's funny, it didn't happen until really late, which is probably another reason this took a little longer to do. So this is definitely one of my longer videos recently. Alright, this guy, man. Like I said, it was stressful. We're getting into our first Dokkan mode here, which is on LR Gohan, which is nice. The friend lead too, so. GoPros did well too. I had to be careful, they did take a little more damage at times. And we have Vegito at the end, so he should be dodging, well, I think the super attack. Can't remember if they get supered on this rotation or not. Alright, so actually the Dokkan mode's on my no dupe Gohan. I mean, it's crazy how good these units are without any dupes though. I mean, like I said, I haven't really had much experience with Gohan because I just picked him up during this anniversary, so I'm very much impressed. 1.89 million no criticals is not bad. It's pretty good. Then obviously Vegito here at the end. Yeah, no vision. There was no super, but that's still nice. So that's another thing I'm still getting used to, is where to put them in rotations as well. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I awakened like over half this team just within the last week. So I've been doing a lot of grinding. I think somebody was joking about my rank recently in a comment, like, how did your rank get so high? It's like, because I have been doing a ton of grinding lately for all of this. Now, of course, you don't need an all LR team for this event at all. This is just something that I wanted to do now that I can. I may start trying to test my other units as well on this, kind of mix in some infusions and stuff, and try some other team alternatives as well. I had been trying to clear it with a few different ones, but I think I tried with Goku's family, Vegeta's family, a few different teams, and just couldn't quite get through it. Realm of Gods, couldn't quite get through it. This is the first one that I was actually able to do that with. So we're getting a physical Broly now. This one, I definitely started getting a little more stressed at this one, because the playthrough right before this is where I got to, and I thought I was doing really well, and then just got wrecked. So I started getting a little nervous here, because we're only at the 5th step and there's 9, but he's immune to stunning, he's immune to super attack ceiling, he's immune to attack lowering, and he locks your characters again, which is, like I said, is extremely annoying. And that was super frustrating. I didn't have any items to, like, you know, undo that, so this is where I was getting a little frustrated. I mean, obviously Gohan was in a great spot here to tank that, though. And Gogeta's beautiful super attack. These units really do look amazing. I mean, that was one thing I enjoyed running this, is just watching the super attacks over and over and over. And as you can see, like on physical LR Gogeta, there are times when it was a little harder to get, you know, optimal super attacks for everybody, so I did run into that. And the character locking. I was not happy about having Vegeta in the first slot there. I definitely wanted to get Gohan over there, and I couldn't, because I knew there was a good chance Vegeta was going to take a little bit of damage here. As you can see, health bar starts going down. So that hurt me quite a bit. Yeah, it was a little rough getting all that damage at once, but we were still in a good position right now. And we got Gohan at the end here. I mean, this is easily becoming one of my favorite units as well, AGL LR Gohan. He is a lot of fun, and I feel like he's going to be a big help on a lot of events for me. So luckily I was able to move Gohan to the first slot there. These fights definitely tend to drag out, though. That's one thing I noticed, which makes it even more stressful. I'm sure you guys have been through this a million times, where you're running a long event, and it's when you're getting toward the end. Like, I've ran into this with the Legendary Goku event. It takes so long, and it's so much work, and then when you start to get to the end and then you die is the most disappointing thing. I was running a team, I think a Vegeta's family team, on the Legendary Goku event, for instance, and it was like literally 1 or 2 health bars, and then I died. And it was like 25-30 minutes down the drain right there. But we got past physical Broly here, and we're on to Inkle and Frieza. The Broly movie and Frieza here. And he is immune to stunning, immune to super attack ceiling, and immune to attack lowering. But no character locking, so I think I can handle that at this point. I'm on the 6th set, so at this point I only have 3 guys after this. We have Gogeta, transformed physical Broly, and then transformed AGL Gogeta, like Gogeta Blue. So starting to see the light at the tunnel a little bit here. I feel like this guy wasn't as hard as some of the other ones. And we got an ultra super attack with Vegeta, which is nice. And those additionals. I love units with additional attacks. It's always a big help. We got an additional attack from Gobros there. So in freezing here, I mean, LR physical Gogeta, I was trying to get damage out of him when I could because he had type advantage, but again, we've got Gohan tanking everything because he's stacked up pretty well at this point, so from here on out, he really just doesn't take any damage at all, which is nice. So we have a super attack on him right here, for instance. 108. So yeah, that, again, he was one of the key things that really got me through this. Now I've just got to figure out how to get much better time on this event. Now, one unit I wish I had to test out on this event is the In Future Gohan. I don't have him, but I've heard that he's really good for this as well. So if I ever manage to pull him, I definitely look forward to trying out that team as well. As you can see, I'm trying to figure out like where exactly to put everybody here. Let's see. I do kind of regret not moving that. I should have really given that all those physical orbs to Gogeta there. Like I said, I kind of slipped up a few times, but I did keep him in that slot so he could, you know, kind of take some of those attacks since he does have type advantage. So yeah, this one actually felt like a little easier compared to the other ones that I had just come up against, and then the ones coming up. So Frieza's down at this point, and we have Strength Super Saiyan Gogeta. So, oh gosh, this guy is immune to stunning. He's immune to super attack stealing. He's going to be immune to attack lowering. He's immune to defense lowering, and he can evade attacks, which was really, really annoying. That is the most, besides character locking, that is one of the most annoying things, because you get a really nice super attack, like ultra super attack, and he dodges it. It's like, what is this? This is just, it's stressful. It's not fun at all. This part, this is when it really just gets downright frustrating. So we have Gohan starting us out here. Oh, nice down. Yeah, because AGL, of course. So 2.6 million with a critical. He's going to be great for this stage because he's got type advantage. It's going to be amazing. And then LR Vegito. Really didn't do too much there though. Yeah, Gohan's absolute beast for this stage here. I don't know if I'd have been able to clear it without him, to be honest. I might also try going back through again and running this with maybe a pure Sans team, because I do have a lot of good units for that. I do want to try a few other strategies on this now that I've actually gotten through it once, so we'll see. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna get supered on right here though. Yeah, that one hurt. So he's supered on physical LR Gogeta untransformed, which that really started making me nervous at this point because I'm down half a health bar, and that's not anything I want to see at this point. I want to hold on to all my items and all of my, you know, last-ditch efforts here. But this one didn't actually drag out too bad either. Like I said, mainly because I have two Gohans and they're just wrecking stuff at this point. I did use another item. I was getting nervous. I was like, I was scared because look at all those super attacks. I knew if I didn't it was probably gonna die, or, you know, maybe not, but I had already invested too much time in it at this point. I couldn't figure out where to put everybody. I'm like indecisive too, so I did keep Vegito at the end to, you know, dodge anything that might come up there, and then of course Gohan's at the beginning to tank a super attack that comes up there. I was just hoping he didn't super on the Gobros. I mean, they would probably be fine, but yeah, Gohan tore this stage up though, and then luckily a super attack came in right there, so we were fine. Alright, so we finally get through that one. And then we're into the last two at this point, so like I said, home stretch is coming up. We're into Transform Physical Broly. Again, immune to stunning, immune to super attack stealing, immune to attack lowering, immune to defense lowering, and he can attack all allies. So yeah, that's the part where you get really nervous because he's going to attack everybody. I'm going to try to tank what I can with Gohan, but now he's attacking everybody, and yeah, that got a bit rough, but and like I said, running into key issues at times. It wasn't too bad, but there, you know, plenty of times they were fighting for key. But like I said, a lot of this was just to test running in full LR team, because I haven't really been able to do this before. So no damage on Gohan. Like I said, at this point, it's just, he's really not taking much damage at all. And it's funny because in LR Vegito and physical LR Vegeta, they have not transformed yet at all. Yeah, 57 damage on Gohan. It's crazy. That guy tanked. He's a beast. That was just a beautiful thing to see, though. And of course, LR Strength Gogeta is going to be great for this now because he has the type advantage. So I was trying to figure out whether I should keep him in the first slot because he had type advantage, or put Gohan there. I did put Gohan there because Gohan's tanking like crazy, so. That was the dilemma, but I'm you know, I was happy with that decision though. I mean, I feel it was the right move. If you notice delays too, I was watching Harry Potter while I was recording this, so I think it was an intense moment right there. I think all our Dokkan modes have been with Gohan. I mean, probably because he's in the first slot a lot. Yeah, I didn't miss any that time, thankfully. Every time I'm recording, I tend to miss that, but when I'm not recording, I get it every time. I don't know what it is. 2.7 million criticals. Oh, this guy's amazing for these events, and like I said, I'm happy that I finally have him to actually run some of these type of events, because I feel like Gohan and several of these other units that I picked up are really going to help me finally clear some stuff that I've been struggling with. 60 damage is crazy. Like, no damage at all at this point. He's just stacked defense. Very helpful. I mean, I've been dying to run Kamehameha teams anyways. Like, that was one of the things that I was really excited about during the download celebration last year with him dropping, was to be able to run that team, because it's absolutely busted category, but I couldn't pull him. So I finally did. And, you know, I'm really having a lot of fun with this category team. Oh, I messed up right here too. I meant to put Gohan in that first slot and I tapped it too quickly, and I was so mad at myself. I was like, what did I just do? I just like tapped it too fast. So we have Vegito in the first slot. And I just knew, yeah, I just knew he was gonna get supered on here, and of course he did. It wasn't miserable, it wasn't the worst, but we took some damage there, which I really wasn't trying to do at this point. And we got the additionals though. I think that's one of my favorite things about Vegito units, just getting those additional attacks in. It's definitely been interesting seeing these tougher events come in though, because like I said, I have been struggling. I'm finally able to clear this. Alright, so I made sure I had Gohan in the first slot that time. I didn't tap it too quickly. Right here though, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to use the active skill because he does have type advantage, because usually I try to hold off as long as possible and nuke him down at the end. Pretty sure I was talking to Jinro about it at this point. But I was like, probably should just go ahead and use it because he has type advantage and it'd pretty much kill him at this point. That's a beautiful, beautiful active skill, by the way. Yeah, so I feel like that was a good use of it. I love Vegito, but Gogeta's nice too. I mean, I gotta say, his animations are insane. Alright, so last one. So we are on to the transformed AGL Gogeta Blue. And this guy is immune to stunning, immune to super attack stealing, immune to attack lowering, immune to defense lowering. He's gonna evade attacks, which is extremely annoying. We already discussed that. And he disables evasion. So yeah, that's a thing here too. So Vegeta's not going to be evading at the end there. I think I forgot about it on this run, but yeah, it's definitely tough. But like I said, at this point, neither one of my my LR Vegito or my physical LR Gogeta, they haven't fused yet, which I kind of forgot about at this point because it's been pretty much the whole fight, and they just haven't fused, which is really going to save my butt in a bit, but Gohan's going to be able to tank everything, which is nice. And I think I still have the active skill for Vegito, I think. And of course, he's super on the go, bros. But I mean, they can defend pretty well, so luckily it wasn't too bad. But he started dodging everything, and that's when it really got annoying. He didn't dodge that though. And like I said, so then my units finally start fusing. Finally, we get LR Vegito. Oh my god, it took pretty much the entire event to get them to fuse. So like I said, this probably would have been much quicker if that had happened a little early on. So next time I may see if I can kind of force that, get them to hopefully be in the right rotation when the HP drops for it, but God, and this isn't the evasions. This part is just so frustrating, but the counters, that was pretty nice. That's one thing I really like about an LR Vegito when he counters. It's nice to have him in those slots with multiple attacks coming up. We got Gogeta on Gogeta here. Oh, with an additional? These super attacks nowadays are just incredible though, it's really crazy. They supered on each other, so then we have AGL Gogeta coming and supering on my unit now. That one hurts. But we have physical LR Gogeta coming in and save my butt because he hadn't fused yet either, so that was the one good thing about them not fusing this whole time, is I got like smacked down right there and then he came right back and recovered all my HP again, so that was like a highlight. At this point, literally, I was freaking out last night recording. Like, I was probably annoying Jinro about this, but I was like, oh my god. I was like, okay, I might actually get through it now. Because 291,000, that hurt pretty bad. But we're back to a full health bar now, so that was nice. I was just counting down each health bar at this point. Every single one that like able to knock down. Finally, I get to enjoy a little bit of an LR Vegito being transformed too, which, like I said, is very helpful. And he's helped me out in so many events with that, so. I don't use him as much recently, but he's been a big help. I mean, when he's like transformed, he's gonna recover HP once, and then he's countering which is very nice. He counters against normal attacks, and then he's going to tank well. And then I think he gets +3 key for rainbow key spheres and stuff, which is a little harder to get on something like this, but. And he's going to raise all allies' attack with his super attack, which is helpful too. It's a nice little boost. Oh god, and of course we still had that as well, so I got to use my final axis skill. So we're pretty much at the end here, and like I said, this is where I was really excited because, I mean, Gohan's here, we know he's gonna tank that. I mean, it's 2 health bars left, 75 damage is crazy, this guy's a beast. He really is. Like I said, top 5 units definitely include AGL or Gohan now. The 2 new LRs with Gogeta and Vegito. I'll have to decide on the rest, but definitely 3 of my favorites on this team. Of course, we got those counters coming in again. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. So I was so psyched about this, guys. I know it's like a 30-minute video, but this was very exciting for me, like I said, because it's my first clear of the event. It's the first time I've actually been able to beat this. It's the first time I've been able to run a full LR team, and, you know, it's a lot of fun. It's my first, you know, well, I've run a few Kamehameha teams going through this, but I think I'm going to be able to clear some of these other events I've been struggling with a bit too. So I'm going to be attempting Legendary Goku event next with this team and see if I can get through it with that and just kind of play around some different builds. But we finally got through that, guys. So just wanted to share my very long run through Infinite Dragon Ball History Broly with my full LR Kamehameha team. So I look forward to doing more of these, and you know, we'll see where it goes. But if you cleared this with a different team, you can let us know in the comments. It could always help someone else who might be struggling with the event. And if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video, guys. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.